Hi everyone and welcome to Kairos. This is Prashant from iThought's financial planning team and I have my colleagues Namrata and Jaya here with me. In this podcast, we're going to be talking about health insurance and the role that it plays in securing our finances. Now, I think COVID has brought everyone's attention to how important health insurance really is. So to start off, Namrata, can you tell us a little bit about the medical inflation trend over the past 10 years?
India's healthcare inflation has been rising steadily, and it is alarming to witness a double digit rate. The often quoted figure for healthcare inflation in India is 15% a year. In comparison, the regular inflation has been 6 to 7% in the past few years. According to the Economic Survey 2019, healthcare goods inflated faster than healthcare services. Medical inflation matters because it accounts for a significant part of total household expenditure. Medical expenses are not limited to hospitals. You spend on consultation fees, diagnostic tests, ambulance charges, operation theatre charges, medicines, room rents, etc. The cost of treatment is also soaring. Having the right insurance plays an important role in minimizing out of pocket expenses.
Now, we all know a lot of people who have little or no health insurance. So, can you share some experiences here in this regard?
The medical inflation numbers we just heard are quite scary. So, not having insurance seems inconceivable, but many families are still underinsured. I recently talked to one of my family friends who is in his mid 30s. He was recovering from knee surgery, and a few months back, he met with an accident and had to be rushed to a hospital. His family floater health insurance policy covered them for 3 lakhs, but the surgery and the other hospital expenses set them back by 5 lakhs. He exhausted his insurance cover for the year and paid the balance out of pocket. They had to dip into their savings and pay out of their own pocket. This took a total toll on the other goals. On the other hand, some people always argue that insurance premiums are expensive and there's no benefit unless they are hospitalized. They feel that they are relatively fit, have no pre existing diseases, nor any hereditary signs of illness. So they are comfortable with their employer's basic health cover. As with my family friend, an accident can happen to anyone, right? It doesn't depend on medical history or fitness levels. So, getting a policy after a major illness is much harder. They come with long waiting periods or exclusions for pre existing diseases. So, health circumstances are totally unpredictable and can easily drain your life savings in no time. Many families face financial hardships because of such medical emergencies. Unless you have attended to a medical emergency without health insurance, you have no idea how damaging it is. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone. That's the reason, as financial planners, we urge people to insure and be sure.
So, how much would you say is adequate when it comes to health insurance?
Prashant, as you mentioned earlier, the COVID 19 pandemic has many of us realize that medical exigencies can't be predicted. This can create financial stress that is challenging to overcome. How much insurance someone needs is a function of their health status, medical history, life stage, city of residence, occupation, and financial bandwidth. A ballpark figure would be 5 lakhs for each person in the family in a family floater policy. For example, a family of 2 adults and a child living in a metro can look to take a 15 lakh family floater cover to feel financially secure. Some families may need more and some could do with less. Instead of a fresh policy, one may consider a top up cover with a deductible to enhance the insurance cover. Top ups are cheaper than basic plans since they kick in only after crossing a threshold.
And while taking health insurance, what are some of the products or options that a person should consider?
That's a good question. Insurance jargon is daunting. The sheer volume of plans can be difficult to navigate without professional help. So, here's a quick rundown on the major types of health insurances. Individual health insurance is something most of us are aware of. It's a comprehensive health insurance policy for one person. Family floater health insurance is the cover applies to all family members for a single premium. You could choose to include your spouse, children, parents, and other dependent members. So, family floater plans are most cost effective than buying an individual policy for each member. However, it is not advisable to cover elderly members in a family floater plan. Usually, the premium is based on the eldest family member. Critical illness insurance covers life threatening diseases such as cancer of specified severity, kidney failure, or stroke, paralysis, etc. So, for these illnesses, the cost of treatment is quite high and it may require multiple hospital visits over a period of time. The advantage in this policy is that the sum assured is paid in a lump sum that can be used to cover all the medical costs and not just the hospitalization expenses. The next one is the Senior Citizen Health Insurance Plan. These are designed for people above the age of 60 years. So, elderly people are more vulnerable to illnesses and the cost of treatment is quite expensive. Therefore, it is better to buy a senior citizen plan for your elderly parents to ensure adequate medical coverage. The premium is usually higher because of the extensive coverage and the age. There's also the top up plan that supplements a base health insurance plan. It provides additional coverage over the base plan, which comes as a deductible. This way, you can use your base health insurance policy to make a claim up to the deductible amount and use your top up plan for any payments over and above that. So, these are broadly the different types. It is imperative to insure early. You get the best price when you are in a good health, and you can even accrue bonuses when you don't make much claims. So, insurance plans are loaded with details such as inclusions, exclusions, waiting periods, terms and conditions, etc. So, thoroughly evaluate any plan before you go for it.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people were waiting for this question. So, coming back to COVID, how is the expense pattern looking? And can you help us understand the cost aspect better from what you might have observed?
Absolutely. In particular, for COVID treatment, the expenses are classified into two components: medical expenses and non-medicals. Medical expenses are hospitalization and all related expenses. Non-medical expenses are your consumables such as personal protective equipment, that is PPE kits, gloves, suits, etc. When we look at the current expenses pattern treatment in private hospitals, they range from 20,000 to 35,000 rupees per day. Now I know these numbers are shocking. It's all the more important to have a good health cover of at least 10 lakhs. The non-medicals are billed separately and such expenses must be borne by the patient. These expenses range from 5,000 to 10,000 rupees per day of treatment. So, assuming that the average treatment goes on for about 14 days in a private hospital, around 1.5 lakhs would be the amount that you would have to pay up. So, this should be the bare minimum amount in your emergency fund.
And coming to how things may pan out in the future, how do you see healthcare costs shaping up going forward?
Well, the whole purpose of health insurance is to protect us in the financial front from soaring medical expenses, and we continue to see healthcare costs rise at an incredible pace even in the future. Does it sound scary? Well, it is. Today, when medical science is progressing, the time taken to treat ailments has reduced relatively. However, the treatment costs are much higher. So, health insurance is the only way to get better medical attention without burning a hole in your pocket. The money you spend on insurance pays for claims. When there are no claims, it buys you peace of mind. We can all do with a little bit of financial comfort. So, a good health insurance policy can help all of us tackle life's biggest challenges from a financial standpoint. Remember, prevention is always better than cure.
So, thanks a lot for those inputs. Here are the key takeaways from our conversation. Health insurance is a fundamental aspect of your personal finance. It's a way to secure your savings from medical emergencies. You can beat the burden of medical inflation with affordable health insurance premiums, and you can get the best medical care without worrying about how much it's going to cost you. Now, I'm sure at this time when we're all worried about the coronavirus, it's good to have some figures in mind of how the treatment costs are going to pan out. And thanks to all of you who have stayed with us till the end of this podcast. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, take care and stay safe.